Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing a Gruul Midrange deck. Gruul Midrange, which we have finally Stomping Ground, which brings out my favorite color combination, red and green. And this is the first deck I'm doing. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of these throughout this whole block, this whole set. And so, first off, I wanted to try out a few things with Riot. So we have Gruul Spellbreaker, which Riot, just so you know, this creature enters the battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. So very useful when you're trying to go aggressive and trying to beat down, or you can kind of stay back and be a little more stompy. This does have trample as well, and it says as long as it's your turn, Gruul Spellbreaker has hexproof. So pretty awesome. It's not a fully hexproof creature, but it is at least something that they have to kind of work around. They can't just, fire it off not on your turn. So you can at least swing in hastily for 3 on turn 3, or a lot of times on turn 2, because we have our Lana Werewolves in here. So this deck, what we're trying to do is it's kind of a mid-rangey deck, but our mid-range is coming a little bit quicker. So it's kind of aggressive at the same time because our Stillleaf Champions and Gruul Spellbreakers are real like the main core of the deck. We're trying to get to those guys as quick as possible, just start getting in a few points of damage, and then we're trying to close it out. I'm using Grand Warlord Rada because I want to see how it works with a Domri. I think it'll be kind of fun. But then we're trying to finish it off with the Carnage Tyrant, Galta, a couple Galtas. Also, we have Thrash to kind of just clear up their board a little bit. Which this we can target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Or to a creature or planeswalker you don't control, and this is instant speed. This is insane. So we finally have removal in green red, and then threat, which creates another 4/4 beast, which is awesome. So this is kind of like our 4 mana spell, really. So this kind of goes down here as well, and then we just kind of have stuff on the top end with 2 Carnage Tyrants and Galtas to kind of get into. So we might occasionally use threat just so we can get up to enough creatures to play Galta, because I'm playing quite a few spells in this deck. With Rhythm of the Wild, which with Rhythm of the Wild says creature spells we control can't be countered, which is amazing. And then non-token creatures you control have Riot. So unfortunately, our Thrash, our threat guy won't come in with that, but everything else will come in with an extra Riot, and Riot does stack, so I can actually give it a counter and give it haste. So same thing with this guy, Zerta Goblin, just a vanilla 2/2, but it has Riot, and it's amazing because Riot. A hasty 2/2 is great, and then a 2 mana 3/3 is also great. So there's some good stuff we can do with this. Banefire, Lightning Strikes to finish out the game. We have Domri. So what Domri's abilities here? So you give +1 or +1. It gives it red or green mana, so you can give Riot to a Carnage Tyrant. Which if we already have Rhythm of the Wild and this, then Carnage Tyrant can come in with haste and be crazy. Same thing with Galta. We can swing in with a hastily 12/12, that's just where this deck gets broken. So that's what we're trying to do with this deck. Do some pretty crazy broken things. Have a lot of fun with it at the same time. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Here we go. Wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to fusiongamingonline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alright, against Thundermo, VIP, bring it on. Alright, Lana Warriors into Stillleaf, perfect. We're going to keep this. Absolutely. And to Rhythm, honestly, Rhythm of the Wild might be the best thing to play here because that guarantees that we're getting stuff out. So, I mean, this is a tough choice. We can start getting a hasty Stillleaf or to start getting bigger stuff in. Ooh, this hand is looking so beautiful. Let's go ahead and get down. I think Stillleaf is still the best play just because this deck typically doesn't have a lot of stuff. So we can get in 5 to 10 points of damage before they can play creatures with enough toughness. I mean, I guess this is Rakdos, which does have a little bit higher toughness if they get Judith out. Alright, so now we can play... actually, you know what? Let's what we're going to do. We're going to play Rhythm of the Wilds and a Llanowar with haste. We're actually just going to put a counter on him, but there's a counter. Swing in for 5. Down to 15 past the turn. And now our Llanowar can block the Lava Runner. I cannot spoke right. Alright. Yeah, this is exactly the hand we want. This is really, really aggressive. This is the more aggro side of it. And so I'm not sure you should call it um, mid-range because it is more of an aggro deck, but well, there you go. All right, here we are against Grammar Enchantment, and against we're playing our Gruul aggro deck, and hey, we do have our Gruul colors, so we like this. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. This isn't bad. On the draw, we can draw into another land. Keep it. I think I like Zerta, just has a 2-mana 3/3, almost better than having him hasty. I think I like him hasty more in the late game when I need another body to swing in with, especially if we have the Rhythm of the Wild down. The Shade is actually pretty good. If you have a lot of mana available, the Lifelinker is not too shabby. Getting down a 3/3 right away, though, should be okay for us. I am going to keep him as a 3/3. I'm not sure that's the best play, but I like it better, personally. We really need to draw into land as well, so this kind of lets us stonewall if we don't draw into it. I'm needing water. Ooh, Pestilent Spirit. Alright, this... we need to kill that guy. I think that's very important that we kill that guy, actually. So... hello. How are you? Alright, so Rhythm of the Wild. Swing in. Alright, he's going to block here. Totally fine with that. That guy is way better against us than our guy is against him. So, I am totally fine with that. Alright, Fireblade Artist. Yep, swings in. Down to 17. Alright, we'll Rootbound Craig. And we will Gruul Spellbreaker. And let's see, I've heard that they double up. I'm wanting to see if it's the truth. So, counter. And so 3 mana 5/5 is not bad. Let's view the battlefield here. Do we just make him a 5/5? There's a lot more removal, like lava coils and everything at 4. So let's just give him protection. And we're going to pass the turn. And we can do it again next turn. Firing him off at us, down to 15. I guess that's fair. If you just have a bunch of cheap stuff, you can keep doing that. So this is just burn. And we discard 2 cards. Wow. Alright. Well, we're going to discard a Banefire, and I think... Thrash. I probably could have gone with the Carnage Giant there instead, but I think that's okay. Alright, so Mountain. Do we want this guy hasty? I think I do, actually. So counter and haste. And we're going to swing in now. Putting on a clock, he's going to have to block at some point, and which we do have trample. Right, down to 10. So I'm thinking this is burn, so I'm wanting to kind of race him here. Like a weird version of burn. Alright, well, another Gruul Spellbreaker, not bad at all. Alright, so counter and haste. And they have hexproof, so even if he blocks, we have lethal here. He has to find a way to gain life. Yeah, blocks. We still get damage through. They have hexproof. So, honestly, the hexproof on my turn, very, very useful here. And that looks amazing. That was working really well. Perfect. Perfect game. Frosty HS is awesome. Cool. Alright, Gruul Spellbreaker and removal and Still Leaf. Yeah, we're going to keep this. A little bit slow. We do have removal for turn 2 at least. Now it's a little bit faster and a little bit awesome. Like, perfect deck now. Alright, I'm fine with that. Grand Warlord Rada is going to be fun here as well. Explores. Cannot block my Still Leaf. Ooh, Teamer. I've been looking at a Teamer, like, good stuff deck. Zagana would be in it, with Riot and everything, giving everything trample. Alright, Rhythm of the Wild. Yeah, this is looking like my kind of deck. Alright, so let's go Mountain, Grand Warlord Rada. Swing in. Red and green. And play Zerta Goblin with the counter. Love it. Perfect. Exactly what we want to be doing. Next time we can swing in with Spellbreaker and swing in and maybe even Lightning Strike for victory here. So yeah, we're in great shape. Ooh, all right. So Prime Speaker Vanifar. Ooh, with haste. What? Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing to do. I mean, he's dead, unfortunately, but especially with the Thrash. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Gruul Spellbreaker with haste. And we Thrash versus... so target creature I control is this one to that one. And now we have the Lightning Strike if we wanted it as well. And yes! I love this deck. That is exactly how I want this deck to work. I think I need to go up to the 2 Grand Warlord Radas because it is looking pretty. Alrighty, here up against Shepporte, and we are playing our Gruul aggro midrange. I guess this is more aggro. I don't really know. I've seen some more aggressive versions of it, so that's why I'm kind of seeing this as a mid aggro. But this is great. We have Zerta Goblin turn 2, which is exactly what we want. We have our Thrash Threat, so we can get rid of some stuff as well. Domri is fantastic. Let's see what opponent's doing. So real quick, I never actually fully read the rest of Domri's abilities. So the neg 3 is look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest into the bottom of your library in random order. So we aren't as creature heavy as I feel like I want to be for his neg 3 ability. But still being able to get to a Carnage Tyrant on turn 4 or whatever. And anyway, there's some awesome things we can do here with this. So enters tapped. I'm almost wanting to put the counter on this Goblin just to get our Galta a little bit easier. Interesting. We might also just cast the threat here as well. Ooh, interesting. Well, Root on Craig. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and put on the counter now. Because they do have a 2-1. And he would absolutely trade off there because he gets the spirit from it. Alright, so Clifftop Retreat into Midnight Reaper. Alrighty. That's pretty good. Well, let's go ahead and... do we just want to thrash this Midnight Reaper first? So that we can swing in? Or do we get down a Galta? Let's go for getting down Galta. We're going to say no attacks. I think he would trade with the Midnight Reaper or whatever. He gets some stuff out of that. I probably should have swung in, but I'm fine with this. This way, I believe we get Galta down next turn. Alright, there's a Lava Coil. So no more Galta. That's fine. Grand Warlord Rada. So here's the plan. So Grand Warlord Rada. This is why I like him. Or her. Swing in, add green, red, whatever. Before you go to Defenders, I should have a response there. Alright, so blocks. This doesn't have... Yeah, we're going to keep him alive, though. So we're going to go ahead and thrash. So yeah, this creature does damage to him. So it doesn't kill our guy. We keep him alive. He does gain a card still. Down to 16, past the turn. So I believe if we Riot this Gruul Spellbreaker, then we can play Galta as long as we keep our guys alive for a turn. We'll see if they have removal here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Grand Warlord Rada in this deck. I probably should go up to 2, just because there's some really fun stuff you can do with it. It might be better than the Domri, honestly. I can probably go down to 1 Domri instead of 2. I just wanted to use some of the newer stuff. Right, there's Mortify, so no Galta for Jeffrey. Fine. Alright, well... Alright, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and give him haste here. Swinging for 6, down to 10. And Galta's really the big finisher. We have to try to get to Galta somehow. So even if we need to Riot this guy or whatever. Alright, Frost's Contempt. Keep finding all the answers, which is good. Well, we're going to swing in first here. I think we're definitely going to put a counter onto this Zerta Goblin. We could Lightning Strike the creature here. I'm not sure we really want to, though. Alright, so next, Domri now. Let's go ahead and get down this guy. Put another counter on him. Pass the turn. We have Lightning Strike, so if he lets it through, we can finish him off. This deck has been looking great. I mean, they haven't really got a big bomb out or anything. All right, so there's Seraph with the Skulls. It does create some stuff at the end. We probably will Lightning Strike this though. Ooh, wait, whoa, where was my ability? Did I press pass the turn? I had not... Oh, that's frustrating. I could have got down Domri there and ticked down at least. Not too happy about that. Did I not have red mana open? I thought I did. So I probably should have swung in first there to make sure these guys don't block, because they could double block here, and I really want to get to this Galta. I think it's our better chance of... I don't know. So they double block one of these guys, and they get another guy here, but we also take care of 2 creatures. We're still going to go attacking. Man, I really thought... I don't think I had pressed past the turn there. Yeah. Whatever, kills this guy. So they do decide to block. This way they only have one guy, so I'm actually perfectly okay with this. I think our best things to draw now is a Banefire. Really, we just want another Still Leaf Champion, actually. Or Carnage Tyrant. Alright, Seraph of the Skulls. So this deck, I did omit to put in Lava Coils. I think we definitely need some Lava Coils here. That would be useful. Very much so. I think Thrash is the better removal spell for this deck, but Lava Coil will definitely be useful. I wanted the I don't know. It's an interesting choice. Let's Steel Leaf Champion. That's 8. So now we have a pretty good chance that, I mean, we pretty much guarantee Galta next turn. And I can give him Riot with Domri. Well, depends on what we draw into. Alright, pass turn. So you can get Vigilance here with the Seraph of the Scale, so probably going to still swing in for 4. So they do have a clock for us. Ooh, Aurelia. That's bad. Oh, is this like Angels? Spirits and Angels? That is pretty good. They can swing in for a lot of damage next turn. Do they have lethal? They swing in for 7. They're not swinging with Seraph of the Scales. Alright, perfect. They actually were... I think they would have had lethal there. But... Alright, so... Llanowar Galta. You might as well play 12-12. And now I do swing in with Steel Leaf Champion because the only thing that can block it is the Seraph of the Scales. And see if we can at least get in some more damage. I'm thinking they trade off with the Seraph of the Scales, which I am totally fine with. I'd rather not have a Death Touch creature with our Galta, just in case they can survive a turn. At the same time, they know they have to do it. I mean, they're giving it Death Touch, but it was, yeah. Alright. I guess that is the safe thing, just in case I have a response, but they would have a response to my response, so... Meh. Alright, Seraph number 2. So, can kill the Galta, and a History of Venelia. Oh, that's bad. Yep. Ooh, they don't keep Aurelia untapped. It doesn't have Vigilance. Everyone thinks that Aurelia will always stay untapped like that. So let's Forest Domri. Tick down. Zerta. Alright, now we actually might need to think of this about this. So we swing in, let's say they block everything on Galta. How much damage are we getting through? They actually can't give it Death Touch, so they have to block a lot. So I think if we give this haste, we actually win. So let me do math. So I'm actually going to give this haste and swing all in here. If they block all of these guys, if they like chump block on these guys, Seraph of the Scales here, block here, I think they survive by taking going down to 1, but they trade their entire board for not ours. So I think the smart thing is to Spirit, and then dump everything else on Carnage Tyrant. Because they have to block with more than Seraph of the Scales. So they block 1, 2, 3. Yep. They don't have the mana to give this Death Touch, so we get to keep our Galta. They block. And block. Yep, doesn't really matter. Dealing 7 to them. So down to 12. They find removal. We took out so much of their board that I'm pretty pleased with that. They do get Spirits. And Proto skips it up. Alright, perfect. They could have had us settle the wreckage on the next turn, so there was that. But definitely the best play we could have done there. Alright, well, there you guys have it with Gruul Midrange. Or I guess it's Gruul Aggro is really how it was playing out. And I like it. It's perfect. It's like a perfect deck. I wasn't actually sure about the Zerta Goblin before I started playing him, but having a 2-mana 3/3 is good. Like, especially when you're getting down on turn 2, or you're playing him for extra with Grand Warlord Rada. So I think the one thing is I would go up 1 Grand Warlord Rada and go down a Domri. Otherwise, I like this deck quite a bit. You could even maybe just be a little bit more on the aggressive side of things and even take out like Carnage Charm or whatever, maybe put it sideboard. Galta, because I think the biggest thing with Galta is if I had a Merfolk Branchwalker or something else to kind of get me that aggro side of things a little bit more, or even something in red like Legion Warboss or something, I don't know. Actually, you know what, Legion Warboss with Riot would be pretty awesome. Anyway, there's some fun things you can do with this deck. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.